Who do you think of when you picture the most evil people in modern history? This is Pablo Escobar. Is that who came to mind? Welcome to Weirdos Know, where you get your party conversation education. I'm Christopher, your Martha Stewart of Weird, and you and I, we're the Weirdos. Pablo Escobar was responsible for ending the lives of thousands of people, including cops, judges, and a well-liked Colombian presidential candidate, not to mention the collateral damage. For example, in 1989, he had an Avianca passenger flight destroyed, intending to end the life of presidential candidate Cesar Gaviria. 107 people were on board. Gaviria had changed his travel plans last minute. His people blew up hundreds of buildings in Medellin and Bogota. It's also said that he financed the Palace of Justice siege, which ended the lives of hundreds of people, including 12 of their 23 magistrates. In the USA, that'd be like an attack on the Supreme Court building. At one point, he was responsible for over 90% of the world's cocaine supply. He was on the Forbes billionaire list 7 years in a row, and he even got into politics to avoid extradition to the United States. The beginning of the end for him was in 1983 when the newspaper El Espectador published information about his 1976 arrest. This arrest. This led to Pablo losing his political position and his diplomatic immunity, but he was still a free man and a force to be reckoned with. And in 1986, the head editor of El Espectador was assassinated. In 1991, the Colombian government voted into law a ban on extraditing criminals to the USA. Since that extradition was his biggest fear, he turned himself in 1991 with caveats, like he could build his own prison, which was basically a palace, and he still escaped that in 1992 and was eventually gunned down by DEA agents in 1993. But why did he smile for this mugshot? In May of 1976, Escobar and some of his men were arrested for transporting cocaine. Apparently they found like 40 pounds of the stuff in a spare tire. By then, Escobar was gaining infamy for his policy of plata or plomo, which basically means silver or lead. You take the bribe or I kill you. But this time Pablo was unable to bribe his arresting officers and he was taken in. As he sat in jail, the case got handed off to several different judges, but none of them got around to assembling the case. Meanwhile, his arresting officers were mysteriously killed and his case was dropped, with all record of it apparently disappearing. Escobar was smiling because he knew he would eventually get out and be a free man, and that he did, and that he was, at least until 1983 when El Espectador published that story. On the screen are a couple more videos about Colombia in general. If you want to be a superhero like Gmal, Lolly, and Jen, you can click that Patreon icon. If you like what I do here, click subscribe and the little bell icon so you don't miss anything. Until next time, stay weird and stay out of the comfort zones.